What's up guys, it's Brahamid here with a quick recap, just sort of a 5-minute video for you about taking on this Town Hall 10 with the single Inferno towers, just because I thought it was quite interesting. You don't often see 2 single Inferno towers, but there they are. I'm actually playing as Brahamid at the moment, managed to get a war in my other clan, Mactatores, and it was quite interesting. I haven't attacked as a Town Hall 10 for a little while, so it was quite challenging, but I did enjoy it. Just take a quick look at the base. You can see there's some good groups of defences either side there where I'm clicking on the wizard towers, and then there's also quite a lot of point defences up the top, and I gave quite a bit of thought to deploy my hogs in from the top up there, but in the end I decided I wanted them supporting my kill squad, which was going to be coming in from the bottom. The other thing I thought about was using Valkyries, but the buildings are actually quite spread out, so the Valkyries would have taken quite an odd path, I think, and a lot of their splash damage would have been wasted. You can see as well as a lot in those gaps, there's a lot of opportunities for giant bombs, Teslas, etc. I did know where a lot of them were because we had actually attacked this base already. I also knew it was going to be archers coming out of the clan castle, so a good opportunity to use some poison. So the first thing I'm going to do is knock out those 2 cannons at the bottom, and that's going to get me the lure. And I'm also going to try and send some hogs in towards the centre to knock out some of those giant bombs, which I was aware of. So I love to do this. Giants first. They're going to tank a lot of the damage and let me take out the cannons without using too many hogs. Just a little bit more efficient. And then I'll just slow it down here. See, I drop in those 2 hogs, and I'm hoping they'll head towards the centre, which they kind of do. But the main thing is they knock out those giant bombs, and they also make sure I get the lure. So that worked pretty well, that bit. And I was prepared to waste quite a few hogs on that, but luckily it went well. Just using the first 2, I didn't have to drop a second pair. I had a minion. I like minions because they separate the skeletons from the witch, but it probably wasn't really needed. And then poison goes down to take out some of the weaker troops. I brought 1 witch. I do think they're useful taking out enemy clan castles, but I just like to bring a witch as well. It's surprising how often your witch will survive to the end and do quite a bit of cleanup. First golem goes down, then the heroes, plenty of wizards to destroy the clan castle. Then the wide golems to go off to the sides. And I was quite patient here with deploying my wizards. I didn't want to deploy them till I knew the golems were tanking. See, 2 more go down to take out those wizard towers. And now I'm starting to think about when I'm going to deploy my hogs. And I just want my king and queen to get a little bit closer, but I don't really want them in range of those inferno towers. So drop the hogs in quite quickly. And then I've got 2 heal spells which are going to go down either side because there's some quite good groupings of defences there. And what I wanted was all of my hogs alive so they could go in and kind of swarm those inferno towers, stop them from targeting my king and queen. And you'll also notice I brought 1 freeze spell rather than 2 because the idea was to swarm the inferno towers rather than have them frozen just to overwhelm them with hogs and skeletons, things like that, and then a rage instead so I could take them out as quickly as possible. King gets locked onto at one point, I think, which was a little bit unfortunate. We certainly lost quite a bit of health anyway, but between them, with the rage spell and the hogs, the inferno towers get taken out, and my queens worked her way quite nicely into middle as well. Then a jump spell goes down at the back, and that's going to allow me access to that rear area. At this point I probably didn't have the best plan. I was a little bit worried at this point because there's quite a few point defences and they're nicely boxed in, so I can't just go in and knock them all out. I'm going to have to work my way through some walls. But luckily my king decides to go around, take out the town hall, and then he's going to follow that golem, which was a really nice move because it means he's being tanked for a while, gets to take out a few more buildings. And then on the right you've got the queen, she's also being tanked for, and she's got the support of some wizards, and that witch as well, and they're going to go around and do the cleanup. So I'll speed it up a little bit now. But the main things to take away from that, the main thoughts I had when I was planning that attack were how would I overwhelm those Inferno towers? And also, despite being a Valkyrie lover, knowing that it probably wasn't the best base to use Valkyries on just because of the pathing and the fact that the buildings weren't compacted well together, or the ones that were compacted at the back and had walls in between them. So the queen's just going to work her way around now. It was very tight for time, this one. I had to use the ability to break through the wall at the end, but it worked out quite nicely. But yeah, just the 1 freeze spell as well, which I thought was interesting. I realised I didn't really need 2 freeze spells. So there you go. Hopefully the next one will be a full recap of a good war win for Raise Infinity, but I hope that tides you over for now. Until next time, thanks for watching, guys.